There he is. But that right there is the reason you flip mats. I mean, because I had been told in this area it's been taking about 12 pounds to win the tournament. And these fish are better than that. 5 of them away. Look how pretty they are. I mean, they're beautiful. You know what we might do is just psych us up 5 of them and just see what they'll win. Well, you know, really for me personally, I like these places where water moves. Once it gets later, you know, it doesn't seem like you really need that, you know, when those fish are spawning, they're actually hunting a dead end, you know, out of a place where it moves. But, man, when these fish get through spawning, they want to go someplace where it's easy. You know, and that fish will go sitting right up under that mat, right where that water's blowing under it. He's on the outside edge, you know, where he can rush out and, you know, catch something real easy. And also, if this deal here works, there's a lot more places, you know, we can duplicate this exact same scenario, you know, in a larger area and give us a little more. We're just gonna run the goods, you know what I'm saying? Like, once we figure out if this is what we need to be doing, this is all we're gonna do for the rest of the day. And just fish, you know, high percentage type, you know, stuff. And the cool thing about fishing like this, like, you know, like right now I'm pitching right dead center of the mats, or, you know, in there heavy. You know, you can catch these same fish first thing in the morning, or you get some rain, cloudy weather. You can throw a frog next to the edge, a sprinter bait, a buzz bait, you know. And then as the day progresses, they seem to tuck, you know, tuck more up in the, under the vegetation. I have an 1.5 ounce weight, you know, rigged up, but I can get by with a smaller one. And, you know, if I continue to get bit this way, I'll probably go to a lighter weight because I think the hookup's better. I want to use the lightest weight I can get by with, but yet get through there efficiently, you know. So maybe I'll start dropping a, you know, a 3/4 ounce slip sinker, or maybe even a 3/4 ounce jig through that stuff. Because now I have seen that with marsh fish before, that plastics will get the most bites, but the jig will catch the biggest one. I mean, because they're an aggressive, you know, they're an aggressive breed of fish. You know, I'm calling these marsh bass because there's nothing between us and the marsh. I mean, you know, on you know, we start not getting much rainfall late in the year. I mean, you know, redfish can show up here where we are. This is a native strain of bass. Like, this is a fish that, you know, was born and raised in the marsh. You know, these are not fish that have been introduced here or anything else. These are just native bass, and, you know, I consider them because it's tidal. This water moving right now is because the tide's going out. You know, we're not close to any brackish water right now, but we're still in that same system. You know, we're just in the marsh. We're just, you know, what I consider far north, about as far north in the marsh as you can get. We could have went as far south as we did north and been in brackish water and been fishing for redfish. And, you know, that's the other cool thing about fishing in this area. Had these bass not worked out, we'd called an audible. We headed south to fish for redfish. Probably the main ramp is, you know, in Bayou Des Allemands, right under the Highway 90 bridge. That's probably the best all-around access. And see, from there you can run south to Temple Bay, Salvador, you know, and fish for redfish and trout, or come north and fish for sac-a-lait and bass, and, bluegill and alligators and whatever you might think you need to fish for. And giant garfish live here, and we do have a PSE bow with us today, so if it comes handy to pop one of them, we will pop one. Over on that side of the bayou, they're filming Sportsman TV, so y'all stay real quiet, because what you don't want to do is excite them, because this bayou's not that big. We don't want them to unleash in here.